All right, y'all. Welcome to a new week in the Stonk Dad Kingdom. I am the Stonk Dad. I'm going to be briefly going over a little back test that I'm running. It's going to be a pretty quick video. I don't want to make it too lengthy, but I missed the video or the live stream on Friday, so I figured that I'd just record it and then pop it right on Twitter and YouTube for everyone. So what I do usually on Fridays is I go through the entire week's flow and convergence tools, and then I backtest each trade, each convergence flip, and then I add them all up and see what the percent, not the percent, the win-loss ratio is. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes. So let's just get right into it, okay? All right, so here we have market net flow. This was on Friday, so we're going to start on Monday of last week. So let's go to the 12th, which was Monday. Let's take a screenshot of this so I can look at it more. Go over here. Okay, I hope everyone can see that. So down here is the convergence. It's really, really hard to see actually. Let's see if I can makes it a little bit better. Okay, so we blew that up there. So let's take a look at the convergence flips. Normally I don't look at convergence or flow until 15 minutes after market opens. So I'm not going to really count the convergence flips over here because they're really, really small and they're hard to see. And it was within the first like 15 minutes, and flow was very, very, very confusing. So that one's just going to be a wash. But here we did have a green flip. You can see that it did flip green. So that one would be an L. See it flip green from there. You can see the little green dot. But then later on in the day, puts started to come back up, and then it went back down, and then we trended right up. So it did flip green about here. It's kind of really hard to pinpoint it, but nonetheless, that was still a win in my books. That was a one win and one loss for Monday. So 1 for 2. Let's write this down so I don't forget. Actually, I'll just save this so I can go through it again. Let me just save these pictures. Okay. All right, let's go to Tuesday. So 1 win and 1 loss on Monday. It gets really confusing when flow is really close together like that. When the premiums are so close, I usually tend to stay away from trades when flow is that close together, so that beginning trade wouldn't have worked out. So this one did flip red. It did go down about 75 cents or so. So obviously you'd be, if you were in a 0DT especially, a 75 cent move down is pretty good, so you'd be taking profits there. So I'm going to count that one as a W. So it went from 435.5 to like 434.75 or so, right there. So we'll count that one as a W. So it did flip green here. So I'm going to count that one as a loss, even though it turned gray right off that. Still, nonetheless, it did flip. So we'll count that one as an L. This green one was really good. It didn't show the green dot, but it still turned green here. So that one was a W. I'll just count this whole one. So it did turn gray, but then it flipped back green. Then it looks like it flipped back green again right here. So we got 3 wins and 1 loss. 3 for 4. Not bad, not bad. So let me save that picture. Sorry if this is boring, you guys. I'm just kind of talking to myself. Okay, so let's go to Wednesday. I'm kind of just blowing through this, so this video is not too long. But you guys, nonetheless, this tool has been amazing the last few weeks. Just a little backstory on that. Convergence and market net flow have been phenomenal the last 3 weeks, and anyone that you ask that talks to me knows what's up here. Okay, so it did flip green. It was green pretty much the whole morning, it looks like, and flow was very, very good. Oh my goodness, it was like at 30 million. So I think, so we wouldn't have counted the first 15 minutes here, but it did get larger green here, so we would count that one as a win. I feel like it went from like 437.5 to 439ish. I'll count this one as a W, this full flip here. And then it was gray. Oh, it did flip green midday, and then it flipped gray again. Notice how most of the losses are middle of the day. So we're going to count that one as a loss. And then this one was a win. This one was a W for sure. It did chop around a little bit, but still you could have gotten out. So we'll say that one was 2 for 3. Now last week the win rates were a lot better than they were this week. So we'll see what it ends up. Last week was like 87% win rate. This one is probably going to be closer to like 8 out of 10 possibly. We'll have to see. It might be a little bit lower this week because we did hit a lot of losses there on the flips. So this was a good day. Thursday, we had clear flow. Oh my goodness, this was like one of the prettiest days I've ever seen. Calls are way, 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 way above puts in this scenario. And it was just steady rising pretty much the entire day. But we did start at about 20 million, like an hour into open, which is unheard of. So we're going to count green convergence. This one is one full dub right here. We'll count that one. We're going to count this one as a wash because it kind of just chopped around. We didn't really move that much on this flip, so we won't count that one as a loss or a win because it did flip gray and it was very, very weak. Notice that this is midday too. Midday right here. No bueno. So we got 2 flips here. I probably would just count this one as one win, this full move up here. So we'll count that one as a win. 2 for 2 on Thursday. And then Friday. I think Friday was the best day. I don't think there was a single loss on Fridays. Let's see. Oh, wait. Friday was the weird flow day. That's right. Never mind. Thursday was that good day. So nonetheless, let's take a peek here. So we did get red convergence early on in the day, but remember, I don't really count it. So that one, we won't do anything with that one. It did flip red here. That one would be a wash trade too, I think, because it did end up in profits slightly, but then it flipped gray. Yeah, it kind of just chopped around there, so we won't count that one. This red looks decent. Yeah, when days like this and flows are so close together, convergence gets wild, guys. We're gonna count this one as a loss, but this one was a W. And then this green, his green worked out somehow. Oh boy, we're gonna count that one as a W. This full green convergence flip, and then the rest was just gray. So we'll do 2 wins and 1 loss there, 2 for 3. So let me count all these up. Let's count all these up. So we got 2 wins, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10 out of 10 out of 6, 9, 11, 14. So 10 out of 14 green trades, which isn't the best, but it's still pretty decent. 10 out of 14, what is that? Yeah, 71% win rate. Normally, that's the lowest I've ever seen it, actually, within like the last month. So 71% win rate is still pretty good, guys. And I'm still going to trust this tool like wholeheartedly, even though we did have some rough patches, especially when flow is like this. Like on Friday, it gets really, really confusing. But when we have clear flow days like on Thursday, that's when you want to really take advantage of it. See how clean this is? One good green trade, just trend up, and then midday you kind of just stay out, and then towards like the last 2 hours of trading, you can catch another move up. All right, guys. If you guys have any questions about the convergence tool, this was just kind of like a overview of what happened last week and how I backtest in my videos. I just wanted to do it really quick so I don't bore any of you guys, even though it was super boring. I know it's super boring, but make it more interesting by asking me some questions in the comments or pretty much anything about convergence and market net flow. Got you covered. See you guys tomorrow.